Hello and welcome back to Drama Recap. As always, it is Ronnie here with another drama from another day, and today we're going to be revisiting, our old friend Deaf Noodles. Deaf Noodles has continued to spiral since we last talked about him, probably close to a month ago at this point. Has been called out a lot for a lot of different things, but the two things that I want to talk about today specifically are going to be his roast battles that he's done. That's been kind of the latest ongoing interesting thing with Deaf Noodles. A few weeks ago at this point, hosted a roast battle. The first roast battle was streamed live, and he basically had people come up roasting each other, and the crowd would decide who would move on, and then they would get to roast him. I've seen some clips on it. I'll be honest, I've not watched the whole thing. I have no desire to watch the whole thing. I have no desire to put myself through that, so I'm not really going to go ahead and do that for you. I will find some clips online and go ahead and insert them here so you can get an idea of what the atmosphere was like.
Are you ready? You ready? Hey, Steven, I don't think these motherfuckers are ready. Speaking to the mic, bro. Are y'all ready? Okay, I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't think we're gonna do the show anymore. This crowd's like they're all asleep. Are you fucking kidding me? I couldn't even hear it. What do you? Yo, for anybody who didn't hear it, she said he'd be shorter. There are mics for the people at home. I'm sorry. It is true. I know. Yeah, the people at home have to know what's going on. Wow, the crowd's going in. Anyway, I think you want to see who. Okay, let's do Adam. Hunter. Yeah. It feels like it's a tie. It feels like it's a tie.
You look like your version of the Pride Parade is yelling at everyone.
Yo! Hold up. Oh my God.
Man.
I got an update.
Okay. What happened? What? Somebody did something in the Twitch universe?
Yeah.
Cool.
Got banned on Twitch.
Oh. Yeah, they got us banned.
So as you can see, a lot of the jokes are just really not funny. A lot of them are not landing. The crowd's not really engaged. The crowd's not really laughing. It's really awkward. There's a lot of silences. It's just not good. I mean, the set itself is like in his home or something. Like, I don't know if it's in his home or just like in a rented office space. I really don't know. He's just, it's wild how far this man is like just going to try to prove that he's funny, because this is what this is. Like, other than all of the drama with Papa Gut and like those allegations, he's most upset. Dennis is most upset about people not thinking he's funny or not thinking he is a real comedian, when like that should be the least of your worries, dude. Like, people are real pissed at you for some real harsh stuff. And so he put on this roast battle and was basically like, I am king of comedy. I am so funny. Ha ha ha. Laugh at all of my jokes, please. No. Sorry. No. Flat out, just no. Like, obviously, a lot of comedy can be subjective at times, and people are going to laugh at what they're going to laugh at. They're going to, find funny what they find funny, and that's totally okay. That's, allowed. People can do that. But objectively, it's just like, you're not funny. Sorry. I'm not claiming to be a comedian. I do not think I am particularly like a naturally comedic, funny person. Like, I would not be a good stand-up comedian. I can't just get up and write a whole set and write jokes. But it's not, that doesn't seem that like that's what this was. It seems like this was mostly just show up, you're going to be paired with some person, and then come up with some jokes on the spot. And I just don't think that that's going to make for a good comedy show. Like, there's a reason that stand-up comics do it over and over again, like work on their routine and their material over and over again to find what hits and what doesn't, so that way when they're actually performing, they can hit. But that was just the first show, because just a couple of days ago, Deaf Noodles hosted a second roast battle. Now, this one is a little bit more, like, I couldn't find as much information about this one, to be honest. The big thing, though, that everyone is pointing out, that I'm sure you've probably seen some thumbnails, is Deaf Noodles, Dennis, he opened the show with shoving one of the audience members. Now, this audience member is someone that goes by the name of Salvo or Salvo Pancakes. I couldn't find the origin of their like beef, either on Twitter or on YouTube. So I don't know if I just didn't look hard enough, if I'm not a good investigative journalist. But yeah, I couldn't find what caused this. I'm assuming it was just Salvo called out Deaf Noodles, much like a lot of people did. From what I've seen, that apparently Salvo Pancakes also has made like a lot of inappropriate jokes. I've seen things about racism. I've seen him using like the R slur. So clearly not, or at least to my knowledge, without doing a whole deep dive into this person, someone that probably is not a very good person either, or probably has some pretty harsh and maybe problematic views. That, you know, I'm not going to sit here and say, though, that Def Noodles shoving this man was like justified or that Def Noodles should have done that. Obviously, he shouldn't have. Obviously, he should keep his hands to himself. Part of this second roast battle was basically Salvo. I guess he had a lot of people that came with him to the crowd, really just kind of heckling everyone, and it was a complete chaos nightmare. Def Noodles had no control over the show. It was even more unfunny than the first time. He had a lot of the same performers perform again. It was just, it wasn't good. Like, I'm sorry, like, I just don't think you are ready to be a comedian. Like, I'm not saying that Def Noodle should give up his dream of being a comedian. Like, if that's what he wants to do with his life, go for it. There are plenty of people who are actively trying to become comedians. I'm just saying I don't think he's ready right now to be putting on these large scale events that he thinks is going to like pull numbers and be super successful. I think in his mind he thinks both of these were super successful events. I don't wouldn't say that either event was successful. If anything, I think both events probably hurt him more, when the exact opposite was his intention of like not improving his reputation, but more so proving that he could be a comedian. Like, just practice more, probably learn how to be less offensive. He had this whole persona, like, is he really faking that whole like nice guy act he had for like years on YouTube? That's kind of a bit of an update on Deaf Noodles. He is someone who's still like, I have no idea what's going on with that guy. He's gonna continue to try to do this comedy, as he calls it. I just don't think it's gonna work for him, but best of luck. I hope in all of your future endeavors you are able to find that high that you need, because right now it is not there, not there at all. So thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you've been updated or keeping up to date with Death Noodles, and let me know anything else you want me to talk about, or you want to talk about. You know, let's have a conversation. So make sure you're commenting, liking, sharing, subscribing, bell notifications, all the fun YouTube things. And until we have another drama in another day, I will talk to you next time. Bye.